215.
यं हि नाव्यधयन्त्येते
यं हि न व्यधयन्त्येते
पुरुषं पुरुषर्षभ
पुरुषं पुरुषर्षभ
समदुःखसुखं धीरम्
समदुःखसुखं धीरम्
सोऽमृतत्वाय कल्पते
सोऽमृतत्वाय कल्पते.
215.1. The meaning of the words of the shloka. Yam, whom, that is, who. He, indeed. Na, not. Vyathayantyete. Vyathayanti plus ede. Vyathayanti, tormenting, that is, tormented by. Ete, these two. Purusham, man. Purusharshabha, O foremost among men. Samadukha Sukham, the one who considers pleasure and pain as equal. Dhiram, the courageous one. Somrudatvaya, that is Saha plus Amrudatvaya. Saha, he. Amrudatvaya, for immortality. Kalpate, becomes suitable. 215.2. The meaning of the shloka. O foremost among men, the man who is not tormented by these two and considers pleasure and pain as equal, that courageous one indeed becomes suitable for immortality. 215.3. Bhashya.
यं हि पुरुषं समदुःखसुखं समे दुःखसुखे यस्य तं समदुःखसुखं सुखदुःखप्राप्तौ हर्षविषादरहितं धीरं धीमन्तं न व्यथयन्ति न चालयन्ति नित्यात्मदर्शनाद् एते यथोक्ताः शीतोष्णादयः स नित्यात्मदर्शननिष्ठः द्वन्द्वसहिष्णुः अमृतत्वाय अमृतभावाय मोक्षाय कल्पते समर्थो भवति.
Translation. Whoever to whom pleasure and pain are equal, that is to say, that courageous, intelligent person who is not joyful or sad in the coming of happiness or sorrow, and is not saddened by the dualities of cold and heat, or pain and pleasure, and is not diverted from his steadfast practice for the realization of the self, such a person who endures dualities for the sake of self-realization becomes fit for immortality, for moksha. 215.4. Explanation. Taking pain and pleasure as equal does not mean finding pleasure in pain or vice versa. Accepting pain as pleasure is the theory on which thrive practices like self-flagellation. Once you see something as painful, you cannot see that as pleasure at the same time. Here the meaning is not rejoicing in pleasure and not feeling sad in pain. Maintaining that kind of equanimity is not easy for the worldly man. The seeker has to strive hard to attain that. But the jnani or the realized one is not affected by favorable or unfavorable circumstances. He is not affected by dualities. Such a person gets released from bondage of the world and attains moksha. 215.5. Bhagavan motivates Arjuna by calling him Purusharshabha, or foremost among men. You are no ordinary individual. You are foremost among men. You have the potential to control your emotions and be a dhiraha. Only if you do that will you be a true Purusharshabha. Moksha is within your reach. Moksha here is represented by the term Amrutatva or immortality. 215.6. Bhashya.
इतः च शोकमोहौ अकृत्वा शीतोष्णादिसहनं युक्तं यस्माद्
Translation. For this, that is the following reason also, it is better to endure cold, heat, etc. without having any delusion or sorrow. As to why it is. 215.7 Explanation. The next shloka can be described as the quintessence of Vedanta. Bhagavan has prepared his disciple for that by telling him that the dualities of pleasure and pain are only at the phenomenal level. One has to endure them with equanimity. That is the way to go beyond them and reach that level where there is no such duality.